Okay, today we're going to take a quick look at the GameCom by Tiger Electronics, released in late 1997. This system is pretty much a failure. It only had 20 games. It was terminated in 2000, so it lasted a couple years. Has a couple cool features. It had a modem, which you could use to go to websites, but you had to use Tiger's ISP, and the websites were only text-based. See, sports text-based. It did not have a... there was no online gaming. It was just used for getting emails and submitting your high scores, like in this screenshot here. All these games in here actually did come out for the system. So that's like practically half the games throughout the system right there. One thing it does do good though is speech synthesis. Music's okay. That's what it looks like. You got your stylus. There's this touchscreen. GameCom. It's not GameDotCom, it's just GameCom. But with that dot right there, you'd think it'd be Game.com. So, yeah. Here's the inside of the packaging. I already took out everything. Got the manual in there. Little guide right here that shows off some of the games you could buy. Which, all the games in here are pretty much the only games that were ever released for the system. Because as I said, there was only 20 games. And then the last page, it shows some accessories you could get. Like, here's the modem. Let's see, focus. Yep. There's the modem, 14.4 kilobytes a second. And then you're going to be rip-roaring on the internet with that. AC adapter, system link cable, some sort of carrying case, earbuds, and some of the games you could get. Some of the better games you could say, even though none of the games are really that good, are the Mortal Kombat, Resident Evil, Duke Nukem, Fighters Mega Mix, Batman and Robin, and Sonic Jam. The games came on these little cartridges, pretty small, slightly smaller than original Game Boy cartridges. They came in these cases like this. They're in these stupid plastic tubes or whatever the heck they are. Then they're inside of a little box like this. This one's for Mortal Kombat. From the screenshots, the graphics aren't that bad. Too bad the screen doesn't look as good as those pictures. Screen's absolute garbage. You think ghosting is bad on the original Game Boy, it's real bad on this GameCom. And it was released in 97, and the original Game Boy was released like in 89. So as you can see, pretty large system. The Game Boy is a big system. It's a little bit thinner though. Screen, decent size. You got your D-pad here, pretty good. 4 buttons. This is the menu, sound, I guess this is mute button, and the pause button. Here's the on and off button, GameCom logo, stylus. The back, you got a little watch battery compartment. I guess that's for keeping your settings, saves and stuff. Battery compartment, takes 4 AA's. Headphone jack. 2 cartridge ports, which is interesting. AC adapter input and the COM port input. There was a redesigned version of the system that had a backlight and supposedly better screen that was more on par with the Game Boy Pocket. And as you're going to see in a second, screen is absolutely horrible on this. So let's turn it on. So yeah, for 97, that's pretty cool. This thing's got a built-in menu, you want to see this sort of menu, like it was built-in menu, till several years later in the more modern systems. So built-in, you got solitaire. This is where your high scores are kept. You got a calculator, phone book, calendar, and here's where you select your cartridge. So let's just go to high scores, show this off real quick. And yeah, it just keeps your high scores. As you can see, a bunch of zeros, because I never really play this at all. Because, yeah, it's not very exciting. So let's just go back to the main menu. Gotta press this. Select your game. You got in there Indy 500, Mortal Kombat. Test out Mortal Kombat first. And every time you start a game, you gotta watch that stupid animation. And it's like impossible to read this. So let's just skip it. Mortal Kombat Trilogy. We'll just play as... Oh, you gotta use the D-pad. I don't know, just play as Jade. Can't even see.
Choose your destiny.
So as you can see, the voice is pretty good. But that's about the only thing good it does. Graphics aren't too bad, but the screen has bad ghosting. And it's like impossible to see unless you're in the direct sunlight. So yeah, I can't play this at all. I'm going to one hand, but let's see if we could focus. Graphics aren't too bad, they're definitely better than the Game Boys. So let's go back, show you one other game, show you Indy 500. In this game you could really tell how bad the ghosting is on the screen. And this game also features more voices, which are actually pretty clear. So let's start this up.
Please select a transmission. Automatic transmission. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engine.
That guy is very enthusiastic about the race.
From a rolling start. Ready? Go!
Let's see. Yeah, this game, it looks like it runs like at 1 frame a second, man. Gonna crash. Boom! It's some sort of hilarious crash sequence, which is garbage. So yeah, this system, it's cool to have in your collection, I guess, but you're not gonna play this because the screen is just too bad. Can't imagine playing some of the games that had like Resident Evil and Duke Nukem on here. Screen's garbage. Like I said though, the updated version of the system, which is smaller and only has one game cartridge slot, does supposedly have a better screen. However, I have no idea how much better it is. It'd have to be a lot better to make these games playable. Because trying playing games on this system is pretty much impossible. So yeah, if you want to buy this, probably just gonna have it sit around mostly, because I've had this for many years and this is probably only the second or third time I've ever used it. So yeah, you're not gonna get too much use out of this, too much bang for your buck. Better off using your money on a better system, better games, etc. So yeah, thanks for watching.